It turns out I think I'm an Orko guy. I think he's my favorite character in the entire franchise.
That makes me so happy.
And he's so well done in this show. If you had to pick, I hate to make you pick your babies, do you have a favorite character in the entire He-Man Masters of the Universe franchise?
Orko's very special to me, our iteration of Orko, because I'll never forget the conversation that we had in the writer's room with me, Eric, and Dia, and Tim, and Mark. You know, we were going through the show and going like, look, Orko, you know, it's not even 50-50. It's like 75-25. 75% of the people just did not like the character and like, oh, he ruined the show for me and shit like that. So we were like, all right, let's change that. How do you make Orko the most beloved character? And so we introduced this kind of broken, sadder, wiser version of Orko who still has this youthful voice and childlike enthusiasm for adventure. And like he's got this moment where like, even if you hated Orko your whole life, when he has that moment where he's talking about like, please let me come along with you. I won't mess up this time. Like he sounds like a 5-year-old who just wants to be involved in stuff. So we wanted to make the audience fall in love with Orko because we knew what we wanted to do with Orko at the end of episode 4. Have him be the hero. Have him make a very heroic sacrifice. Yeah. So it was kind of insidious where we were like, here's this character nobody likes. Let's make everybody love him and then watch them get angry when the character they've always hated is taken from them. They're like, but I like that guy now. Like, so that meant the world to me to hear you say that.
Absolutely.
I love Orko, but...
That one at the beginning of the video was Kevin Smith talking to someone from Nerdist in a video interview that was posted to YouTube the other day. As you could see, Smith is spoiling something that, according to him, is going to happen in the 4th episode of his Masters of the Universe Revelation series, due out this Friday 23rd of July on Netflix. This was broken by Clownfish TV the other day, and they said that Nerdist had apparently re-uploaded the video because they edited out those spoilers. The video clip that you saw at the beginning of my video was actually taken from a backup channel that Nerdist has on Dailymotion, where you can find this interview completely uncut and unedited. As you could see, Smith is apparently killing Orko in the 4th episode of his Masters of the Universe Revelation, but that isn't a problem for me, not at all. I actually think it's a rather nice thing to have Orko sacrifice himself in such a heroic act. It is in line with what we saw in the 1983 series, because Orko was always a loyal friend to his allies and also to his friends. The problem comes from the words Kevin Smith uttered regarding the fan reaction to the character since it was first released. And he says that nobody likes him. He says that everyone felt it ruined the show for them back in the day. And I find that hard to believe. I think that many kids loved Orko, and sure enough they also loved He-Man and Skeletor as the main characters that they were, but He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Orko, those are characters that everyone recognizes, and Orko is amongst those that the fans really loved and truly continue loving to this day. In fact, Orko was amongst the first Filmation characters to get their own action figure in the toy line. Alas, it appears like the writers behind the show didn't really do their research, otherwise they would know that Orko is not this childish creature that they think he is, and would have paid attention to those episodes such as Orko's Return, where he outwits both Beastman and Trap Joe himself with his magic and his intelligence, proving that Orko is a resourceful character. But no, sir, of course not. In this case they didn't do that, and they just took the property and are trying to crap on it and its fans. Smith claims that the writers' room almost unanimously agreed they disliked the character as it was depicted originally, but that is only the sentiment of that room. That isn't representative of what the fans wanted and thought about the character. He's a narcissistic little bastard. I mean, watch that small clip once again. You see there he wants to take pleasure in subverting audience expectations. He wants the people he's allegedly trying to please to get angry. He is saying basically that he is creating this Orko character, this new iteration of the character, wiser, more intelligent, but still that quote-unquote youthful personality that he has, only to make everyone fall in love with the character. And at the end, he's going to kill that particular iteration, and then everyone should get angry and frustrated that this character that they love is now dead. This isn't Game of Thrones, you know. Oh my, the Ryan Johnson playbook is crap. I don't know how we could make you get it into your heads, but it's crap. It's lazy writing, and it makes something new completely dull and boring. You are trying to subvert expectations because you think that is going to somehow take a spin on something and make it something new and incredible and innovative, and the only thing that you are doing is getting everyone angry. Moreover, this, in my opinion, sounds like a lot of disrespect for someone who had a huge part in popularizing He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and that is none other than Lou Scheimer. Orko was his favorite character, and he voiced him himself. It was a character he truly loved, and to state that his legacy is something of a childish thing because the character is somewhat childish, in my opinion, is a bit too much. Once again, I'm not saying Orko is bad at all, or I'm not saying that Orko dying is bad. I like that idea. I actually think that it's interesting, and I would like to see that. But the problem is where this is coming from, why they took this decision, because they are saying that the fans hated Orko, and that is a complete lie. Another one in the Kevin Smith list of lies that he already has. And I know that the Smith stands and the Netflix zombies will come to my channel and start yelling like the idiotic SJW ideologues that they are, saying like, you haven't watched the show, grow up, you're not a kid anymore, it's a kid's show, watch it before you speak, oh my god sis, why so much toxicity and blah 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 idiotic things that they always say. The evidence is there. He said so himself. He didn't like the character, he's changing it, and then he's killing it because he wants fans to be angry that the character they love dies. And to prove that Kevin Smith just keeps on lying ad infinitum, here is more proof. Remember that some weeks ago he said that the show was somewhat of a spiritual sequel because they couldn't really legally make a sequel? Well, if it's not a sequel, then someone please explain to me this interview with Up Rocks from July the 19th, where he says, quote, I urge them, the fans, to go back and watch the show that we are sequelizing, end quote. He's talking about how the original show doesn't have as much action as his, but the thing here is that he said he didn't have a legal contract to make a sequel, that it would be something of a legal conundrum if they made a sequel to the Filmation show. So then, why is he talking about a sequel in this case? And also in this very same interview, he's saying that he is respecting all the original designs that the characters had way back in 1983, but we already know that that is not true just by looking at Tila. What all this comes down to is a feeling of not caring about this anymore on my part. I really wanted this show to be good. I still do somehow. But it is getting really hard for me to care about it, if I am honest with you. I just don't feel that energy to put into this show. I don't feel like I would like to sit down for I don't know how much time watching this, getting destroyed, destroying my characters, my favorite childhood stories, my favorite childhood characters. All those things that I have, all those memories. For me, it is that bad. And I cannot really stand behind this show anymore. And I cannot really say that I am excited for this show anymore. Of course, this is only my opinion. And I ask you to leave yours down below in the comments. Let me know if you are still excited for this show or if you are dropping out. Because I can't blame you. I mean, what Kevin Smith is doing with this line after line after line is enough to wear anyone out and to make them feel so tired that they don't want to watch this. So if that is your opinion, I don't blame you. If you are excited, I am glad for you, and I really hope that the show is good so that you are pleased and you are happy. And that's what I want you to do. Let me know down below in the comments your opinions. And until next time, peace out.